All right, today we're talking about Clawdbot. And this is, well, it's a whole different kind of AI assistant. It's open source, it runs right on your own computer, and a lot of people are saying it's what Siri was supposed to be all along. So yeah, let's dive in.
To really get what makes Clawdbot so different, you have to start with this kind of a wild question. What if you gave your AI assistant the keys to your entire computer? I don't mean just access to a few apps. I mean everything. Just think about that for a second. The implications are huge. An AI with that kind of freedom could write and run code for you, it could manage all your files across different cloud services, and it could build these incredibly complex automations that, honestly, could completely change how you get things done. And that power, that capability, that's exactly why some people are already calling it a potential Siri killer. It's aiming to finally deliver on that original promise of a truly helpful, proactive assistant that does way more than just set a timer or tell you the weather. So let's get specific. What actually sets Clawdbot apart from the mainstream assistants we're all so used to? It really boils down to a few fundamental choices they made and how it was designed. So let's just put them side by side. Mainstream assistants like Siri or Alexa, they operate inside a closed, cloud-based box with pretty limited capabilities. Clawbot is the exact opposite. You get total control, it runs locally so you have complete privacy, you can customize it to no end, and really, its only limitation is what your own computer is capable of.
These differences are really built on four main pillars. First, it's fully open source, so the community can chip in and you can see exactly how it all works. Second, it runs on your machine, not some company's server farm. Third, it has a persistent memory, so it actually learns your preferences over time. And finally, the real game changer. It gets full computer access to actually do things for you. Okay, so all of that sounds fantastic in theory, right? But what does it actually look like in practice? Let's check out a real-world example of what this kind of AI can really pull off. So in one case study, the user had this super common, super frustrating problem. An upload of hundreds of videos to Google Drive had died right in the middle. So he just tasked Clawdbot with figuring out what was missing. It scanned the local folder, then it scanned the Google Drive folder, compared the two lists, and figured out exactly what needed to be uploaded. And the result? Clawdbot found 221 missing files. But here's the cool part. It didn't just give him a list. It just started uploading them one by one, all by itself. It completely solved a problem that would have taken hours of tedious manual work. And it can be proactive, too. You can tell it to set up what's called a cron job, which is just a fancy term for a repeating, scheduled task. You could say, for example, check my email every 5 minutes, find anything urgent, summarize it, and draft me a reply. And it just runs in the background, managing your inbox for you. You know, beyond just getting tasks done, one of the most unique things about Clawdbot is how you can shape its personality and its intelligence to be a perfect fit for you. How? Well, it's all handled through this simple little text file called SoulMD. It's just a plain language document where you define the AI's core personality. You can literally write things in there like, get some boundaries, we have a vibe, and the AI will actually adopt its behavior. It's completely customizable. And you're not locked into just one brain either. You can set up Clawdbot to use a really powerful but expensive cloud model like Claude Opus for heavy-duty research, but then have it automatically switch to a fast, free, local model for simple tasks like that email checking job. You get to balance the cost, the speed, and the intelligence yourself. But a level of power and control like this, well, it doesn't come for free, and it certainly doesn't come without risks. So it's time for a little reality check. Let's start with the cost. When you're using those powerful cloud models, you're paying for every single API call. In the source material, a single day of really heavy usage, where the bot defaulted to the most powerful model, cost a pretty staggering $130. And that brings us to the bigger picture. It's so important to remember this is a tool for power users. You are giving an unpredictable AI your credentials. That's a huge security risk. It's a new project, so you have to expect bugs and crashes. There's also this thing called memory compaction that can cause it to just forget important details. And, as we just saw, the cost can get out of hand really fast if you're not careful. So, with all of that in mind, the incredible power on one side and the significant risks on the other, what does Clawdbot tell us about the future of our personal AI assistants? What Clawdbot really represents is a potential shift away from the lockdown cloud-first assistants we all know today. It points to a future where our most personal AI is powerful, deeply customizable, and
maybe most importantly, runs under our own control on our own hardware.
The technology is clearly heading in this direction, offering a level of automation and help that's pretty unprecedented. But it leaves us with one very important question. Even if we can do this, are we truly ready to hand over the keys to our entire digital kingdom?